I often say that queerness is what saved me. It was my queerness that was that moment of rupture that made me totally have to rethink my faith, my experience, my life, because it broke me out of that mold of this is the only box in which I can be good. Soulforce has been so many things. We've been around for about 25 years, and our current version is about ideological change work. We're really trying to get at the ideologies that undergird so much of what happens around us and that are particularly connected with religion being stolen and co-opted by structures of power. So for us, what that looks like is workshops across the world for LGBT people, sometimes in extremely hostile environments. Theological resources in 7 languages on our website that people can download for free. A digital language podcast around queer and feminist theology all throughout Latin America. Sometimes it looks like us showing up in my full clergy attire with the full mantle of God to say, you in your fullness are welcome here.
Culto Queer is church. It is church in this community of believers who gather and love something together and imagine something together. What if we do center queer bodies in church?
To have a reclamation moment of church space, of church tradition, put our own spin on it, queer it, bring our culture from the clubs or wherever else.
Let's start with a prayer to an inclusive God, a prayer to a wider concept of what the divine is, to prepare ourselves. This is actually holy healing work that we're doing.
And so the poetry felt like prayer, the drag dance felt like prayer.
It's not a performance, it's not like a parody, satire show. It is church. It is spiritual imagination.
Soulforce was created in the legacy of King and Gandhi. Fuerza del alma, soul force, or satyagraha is this idea that there is a truth so centered to who we are that it outshines all of the lies. There is a truth about who we are as whole and good LGBT people that can expand way beyond just our limits of what we can even imagine. When the Nazis descended on Charlottesville, we showed up because we got invited. Can you please come and be a part of this faith delegation? Last year, when all the anti-trans bills were coming down in West Virginia, we got a call from the University of West Virginia and the ACLU. Can we strategize what a response to the language, the deeply Christian evangelical flavor of these bills, and how we as organizations for human rights respond to that kind of rhetoric? Because it's actually not about the bill. We're actually having a debate about Christianity and trans identity, trans existence within this Christian framework. So we're doing some of that bridging work across theology, from the academy, across activists who are on the front lines, really feeling the weight of what's happening on the here and now, lives at stake every day. Whatever that rupture is, whatever that crack in the wall, whether it's going through a divorce, whether it's an abortion, whether it's children, whether it's domestic violence, whether it's financial hardship, whether it's sexuality and gender, whatever that is that starts asking the question of, wait, but this doesn't seem like it's what I've always been taught, that starts us down the path of being willing to be brave and live into a theological imagination. We are here to say, you in your fullness are welcome here. And we celebrate the diversity that is creation, that is reflected in humans.